Yeah, hi. Is this Middlebrow?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Middlebrow podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brian Park.
I'm Dan Rosen. I'm feeling zen today, Brian.
We're usually the opposite. I'm feeling manic right now.
Why? Is it because you again woke up at like 2 a.m. to play tennis before our podcast?
I think I might have an undiagnosed personality disorder of some kind.
What?
What?
What's this? Oh, okay. Are you again?
I'm having a manic episode.
Brian, you're not trying to get into diversity stand-up shows anymore. You don't have to do this.
I'm prepping for my forthcoming memoir.
Okay, so you have to figure out what's your angle.
Yeah.
Because Korean not interesting anymore. That's not different. Every book at Strand is written by a Korean person, so you have to differentiate yourself.
A lot of Korean literature on the front table at McNally Jackson these days.
How did they corner the market?
It's downstream of K-pop.
I guess they broke the disappointment of their parents when they went to Iowa for their MFA. They're just enough succeeded. They were like, okay, strength in numbers.
Yeah.
We will disappoint our parents together. We'll hold hands.
How do you know it's Korean?
You look at the names.
And have you parsed together any tells?
I would say that there are a few names that are famously Korean.
I thought you were going off of title.
Oh, off of title. Yeah. Oh, okay. What are the...
Again, you have to, I don't know how popular these books are in Korea, but the ones that do get translated for American markets, it's like, I want to die, but I also want to eat tteokbokki or something like that.
Okay.
Sadly, the author did commit suicide.
The fuck you bringing that kind of energy at the start of the podcast?
Sorry.
How do the Korean immigrant books in America do in Korea? Like, do they get translated back? And what is the reception? I'm curious what they think.
I'm so curious, honestly. Like, do you think Ocean Vuong is crushing in Vietnam?
Yes. Who is the translator?
I do.
It's like, what? The Vietnamese translator was like, I can't fucking relate to this shit.
I feel like Crying in H Mart moved some volumes in Korea. Although I don't know what the critical reception was.
How do you think Trick Mirror is doing in the Philippines? They relate to the Instagram face beauty standards?
They probably think it's trite and cute. Mm-hmm. All these stories and these tales.
Well, I feel like the thing always with that is if you're the kid of immigrants here, you feel so different, but then you go back to wherever your parents are from and you realize like that you're deeply American.
Oh, for sure.
In your culture, in your bones, in your priorities and your like morals.
Yeah.
And you just feel alienated. It's my favorite genre of literature is like
Stinky Lunchbox Industrial Complex.
Diasporic writers or kids of immigrants going back and being like, yo, why do they like hate women here? It's like, I thought this was, they had romanticized the sort of motherland in a way. And so much of it is hating America and all the problems of America. And then they go back home. It's like, oh, they actually hate gay people and women.
But I want to stress on the Middlebrow podcast, there's room for all stories.
So many more stories.
Yeah. If you have a second gen diasporic story recounting the trials and tribulations of being the only POC in your hometown, I'm here for it. I don't know about you, Dan, but I am personally here for it.
And how, when you saw Margaret Cho for the first time, you like felt seen.
I'm cat sitting right now.
Yeah. A thing you would never catch me in a million years doing.
Well, you don't like dogs, so that's already implied.
No, I don't like dog owners, which is different.
Oh, okay. But you're okay.
You're
okay with dog as concept.
Yeah, I have no antipathy towards the dog, but I think the owner's narcissistic need for you to also love their dog as much as they do and be okay with their dog like eating your food when you're just trying to eat dinner.
That never fucking
happens all the time.
That
happens
never
to me so many times where I'm just standing around with the plate and then the dog comes in.
Is this your impression of like a Fox News pundit right now? What's going on? We need a ban. The dogs are eating off of our plates.
I was walking in Midtown once and I was just walking and all of a sudden I feel on my jacket a small dog had like bitten into it and ripped it. and just I had no interaction with the dog. All of a sudden, I just feel like a tug, and this dog had like latched onto my beautiful new vintage Tommy Hilfiger 80s raincoat, which I liked actually. I didn't want it to be ripped. My preference was for a dog not to bite my jacket. And the dog owner was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's a rescue. She's scared of strangers." Australian, obviously. And I'm like, your dog is scared of... It's New York. It's 8 million strangers. What the fuck are you talking about? It's all strangers. And I was like, what if this was a kid? It's like, what? The dog could have like bitten a kid. And they're like, yeah, sorry. By the way, no offer to pay for the jacket or anything like that. They like wanted me to apologize to them for their dog having bit me. Did you read the David Sedaris piece from like a few months ago?
No.
Where he was like bitten by a dog, I think it was like a crust punk pit bull kind of thing bit him, and then he was talking about how all his friends had like way more sympathy for like the dog than for him, and he was just like, "What are we doing?"
Well, I'm really appreciating the Zen energy,
you guys.
The Zen energy you're bringing to this.
You
podcast.
found
What's your
the one
secret?
thing. Okay, so you're babysitting a cat. Sorry.
Yeah.
I saw your story.
So I'm cat sitting. I wake up every morning to kitty litter everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're trying to say you're trying to sell me on this.
I'm not selling it. I'm just telling you that I'm cat sitting. This is a call to action for our listeners. I have a Dyson vacuum.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you didn't say that it also threw up on your jute rug. How come you were hiding that fact? Because you're doing pet-aganda. You make it seem like it's easy to have a pet. Now you have a rug that was nice, and then cat threw up on it.
I'm not trying to blow up this cat's spot. I have a lot of sympathy and empathy for this cat.
Fuck the cat. You have a nice rug.
It threw up on my jute rug. There's baking soda all over my rug now. Because jute is a crazy psyop. You can't put water on it because it stains.
It's horrible on the feet. It destroys your feet.
Yeah.
You can't give blowjobs on it. Destroys your knees. What is the point of a jute rug?
And it's a white jute rug. So I'd be running my home like the Navy anytime guests come over. No shoes, no shoes.
And here you are. You let a cat, a feral animal, come in and vomit. And all those years of making people take off their shoes.
He's so cute, though. But anyways, I have a call to action for our listeners. I have a Dyson vacuum. I think I'm in the market for a new vacuum. So if you have any recommendations, leave a comment.
Okay.
What kind of vacuum do you have?
I think I literally have whatever is the number one wire cutter recommendation. That's the kind of thing where
you're
I'm like
falling for the branded content of New York Times.
Actually, the New York Times wire cutter they do not accept any affiliate fees.
That is such a load of horseshit.
They do not accept payment. Okay.
Wirecutter and games are keeping that institution alive, dude.
Shout out Winna, friend of the pod.
I fell for the Dyson psyop.
Yeah, it's for boys.
The cordless.
Yeah, and
it's so light.
It looks like a machine,
It's so light. That thing does not pick up anything for shit. I think I am ready to accept reality.
I don't like any of I don't like the Dyson thing where you're like the hand dryer where you just have to like lower it. Like you're some Aegean prince. You're like, yes, dry my hands. And it's never dry. You have to do this 50 times. You have to dip.
Or the power dryer.
Oh, the 2-in-1?
That just, the hand dryer that just blows microscopic fecal matter under your hands.
Yes, exactly. That's always, it's like nice for a week. And then by the time you use it, it's like covered in hair and piss.
So I feel torn because I fell
By the way, Dyson, love to be a sponsor of the pod.
I fell for so I like how light it is. I fell for the Dyson psyop. It has a stranglehold on millennials.
Yeah. Well, I think men specifically.
Women like Dyson vacuums too.
But I think like, you know how it looks like very steampunk? They've added all these wildly unnecessary
elements. A lot of balls.
Yeah, a lot of bolts, a lot of like yellow. You feel like you're doing like a jackhammer. It looks like a jackhammer.
This is the gayest podcast in existence, by the way.
It looks like that Richard Rogers building in London where the whole inside of the of the guts of the building are on the outside. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, look it up. Look it up. The Richard Rogers London.
Kind of.
Also the Pompidou Center. He did.
Yeah. Okay.
You see what I made?
Yeah.
That's what the Dyson is giving. And I think men, it's actually smart. It's because, men, they really don't do their fair share of the housework. I don't know if you know about the unequal labor that goes on in housework. So this is a way maybe to make men feel, they need to like be coddled a little bit.
Wow.
Like, no, I'm doing man's work. I'm not doing vacuuming.
So Dyson is actually a feminist icon.
I guess
in
so.
fact. And here we are on our broadcast talking shit. I'm going to say I feel torn because this is very fresh. I've accepted that I might need to get a new vacuum because the Dyson vacuum, much like the bathroom dryers, picks up maybe 50% of whatever litter I have on the floor. Yeah. And then the other 50% just gets spread out over a larger surface area.
It's like a gust of wind.
And on my commute over here, I was like, oh, what's this guy's deal? This guy went into $1 million of debt.
Dyson?
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
Unless you're a Dyson?
Yeah. He went into $1 million of debt prototyping the Dyson vacuum.
Wow.
And he was subsidized by his art teacher wife. Shout out to her.
She also did the vacuuming in the house.
I commend that level of commitment. Mm-hmm. So
you think at some point she's like, maybe do a little less building a vacuum and actually cleaning the fucking house, Dyson.
Dude, he mortgaged his home for this vacuum. $1 million of debt.
That, by the way,
he made over 5,000 prototypes.
He was making multiple
he was just like a mad scientist in his basement. And then within 5 years, he had captured more than half the UK vacuum market.
You think he was like, told you, honey. You were doubting me. You fucking doubted me. But I did it. By the way, I want to hear those stories where it doesn't work out because that's 1,000x more.
Yeah.
Where this crazy guy makes his wife work while he's in the basement, making his new board game. And he's like, this board game is going to be the biggest bestseller. And then they go bankrupt. You got to make physical products. Have you ever had that urge?
To create a physical product?
Yeah. To just take on huge amounts of debt, make a brand?
We're doing it right now. In fact, I was going to propose to you, we should go into more debt.
More debt.
We're not committed enough debt.
We're not losing enough money.
We got to walk our asses over to Mercury Financial. Shout out to Mercury. We're not paid or sponsored by them. And ask them for a small business loan.
Yeah. And what would our product be, Brian?
Podcast. 7 days a week. 24/7, 360.
Good luck with that. You do that. I love that for you. I'll be hanging out. I'll do the newsletter.
So I'm in the market for a new vacuum.
Okay. Recommendations in the comments.
Please. And we have a lot to cover on this episode. Mm-hmm. We should plug our Patreon.
Yes.
Now.
Plug the Patreon.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Extra bonus episodes. Twice a month. A newsletter.
My rep was like, why do you plug the Patreon in the last 10 seconds of the podcast?
Yeah.
You should be doing the complete opposite of that.
The exact opposite.
Yeah.
We're not good at business. We bad at the business aspect. We just do this for the love of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And so would love if you subscribe to the Patreon. And, we did our first test for a live show, which we'll talk about soon. But
we're bad at business. In fact, we're bad at customer relations.
Patreon subscribers will be first. We're going to do a lot more live shows. Patreon subscribers will have first access to the tickets because we love you so much that we want to give you the opportunity to give us more money earlier.
But we also
get to pay money so that in the future you can give us money, which is you're welcome for that. That's the benefit. That's the main perk, is that you can give us money before anyone else does. Yeah.
So we had 100. Amazing benchmark.
Yeah, by the way,
congrats, Dan. 100 episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, more if you count the Patreons, but 100 public episodes.
100 episodes. When you proposed this podcast to me...
You told me to fuck off.
And I told you to fuck off, and the second time you proposed this podcast to me, did you think that we would make 100 episodes?
No. I'd hope that it would fail quickly. We could move on. Sadly, we've... Against our best efforts and laziness, we've succeeded.
We've created a brand of sorts.
We have a brand.
And
it's great. And thank you all for being on this journey, especially our day oneers who took a chance and just a couple crazy kids from New York City with a dream, believed in us, said these guys don't know that much, but they're very confident and they like talking about things. They have, sort of some grasp of, some relative grasp of that they learned on the subway ride over here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we had a 100 episode celebration. We threw on
with our friends and family.
You're stressing friends and family.
I want people to know that
we ruffled some feathers with our
We
day
didn't sell
one
tickets.
Patreon. We did not sell tickets.
Our friends at Vitra,
Yeah.
great space on the Bowery, hosted it. Shout out to them. Shout out to Rachel, who produced it.
Rachel Yang.
Wow.
Event producer extraordinaire.
Wow. Keep that in, Brian.
Japan on my mind right now.
Keep that in. That microaggression. We had a couple of previous guests of the podcast do stand-up.
Yeah.
Depths of Wikipedia did check out her work on social. She's had a hilarious presentation. And
we had amazing comedians.
closing out the show.
Yep. And we had a friend of the pod, Theodore Balukas, do a dramatic reading of some romanticy for us.
Yes, which I think we should put in. I'll send it to you. You should put in a little snippet. So,
okay. How was that recorded? On iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll add that at the end. Apologies in advance if the audio quality isn't up to snuff.
Yes, but something to look forward to. It was great.
Yeah.
I thought, because you and I, we maybe judged some of the romanticy a little harshly.
Yeah.
So we wanted a fine actor like Theo to give it the gravitas that it deserved.
Yeah. Perhaps it's the wrong messenger for us to appreciate it. And a little peek behind the curtain, I bought a quart of Silver Flames, and I had to go to 2 bookstores. And then eventually, they were both sold out, and so I had to give Daddy Bezos some money to get it in time. And
telling the audience, I don't think our audience,
I rifled
they might
through.
cancel
I
us
rifled
for
through
supporting
it.
Amazon.
I'm on board, Dan.
So you're gonna read it now? You're gonna get off on the subway?
No, I'm going to read it, and whatever happens, happens. Emotional investment looks many different ways, Dan.
I think that counts as reading. A lot of people say if you're just reading romanticy books and young adult books, that shouldn't count when you post on TikTok and say you read 150 books this year.
Yeah.
But words are words, especially in this time. And by the way, the Odyssey has been selling out. I heard everywhere. So
we'll talk about that because we saw Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yes. You guys heard about this movie?
Have you heard of The Odyssey?
You guys hear about this? You guys know about this? The Odyssey?
Was that your Donald Trump impression?
That was my Jay Leno impression. You guys hear about this? You guys know about this? That's a topical impression, right?
Dude.
Everyone's doing the Leno. You guys hear about this? You guys know about this? The Odyssey.
That's how I know that I had bad taste, is that I loved Jay Leno as a kid. Like, actually.
Well, I was a Conan girly.
You were a
growing
Letterman
up.
boy.
No, Conan.
Well, I loved Conan, but I legit loved Jay Leno. I was like, this dude is the funniest motherfucker.
You loved Republican comedy.
Is he Republican comedy?
I think he was very much like for everyone.
Yeah.
That was his whole thing. He wanted to be comedy for everyone.
Yeah. As a child of immigrants, sarcasm was out of grasp for me. I didn't really quite get it.
Me, I gravitated to the anarchic wit of Conan O'Brien, with the masturbating bear, the anti-comedy, the altness.
Yeah. The Walker Texas Ranger lever.
Yes, exactly.
Also, brief moment of silence. Pour one out. The Soho REI officially closed yesterday.
Wow. I took so many shits there, Brian.
Is that what you used it for?
Mostly, yeah. And they had a good return policy.
Amazing return policy, which was abused relentlessly by all of the fashion bros, menswear bros in New York. There was a season where all of you were rocking Arc'teryx jackets.
Yeah.
What do you think happened to all of those jackets?
Those went right back.
Went right back to the REI.
You wore those to one fashion week event.
One natural wine lit reading
at
for
Bar Oliver,
a literary magazine that is probably funded by Amazon's residency program now.
And that's why they went out of business.
Yeah.
Although, didn't they unionize recently? Is that why they closed
There's
it?
a lot of rumors swirling. So there's union busting is part of the theory. Thrive Capital, which is Josh Kushner's VC company, he owns the building. So he's effectively the landlord.
Did he just jack up the rent? I mean, that place was too big. That place was massive.
I love that place, man.
No, it was cool. I felt like, it was a place you can actually go to like really get some
great stuff.
Gear.
Yeah, I mean, I went there a lot.
Yeah, you're a big camper, Brian?
That's the thing. I window shopped constantly
You're like,
there.
if I hiked the Appalachian Trail, what would my name be? You have to come up with a name. What would your hiking name be? You're like buying all the gear.
I mean, it was
the gorp.
perfect. It was perfect for my particular strain of menswear bro autism. Because if you're a menswear bro, it's never enough.
No.
You need the best of the best.
Yeah.
And so I would go there. And I'm
for
like,
your little hike upstate for 2 hours.
the Catskills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your walk around Storm King, you got to get the best gear.
Dude, it is embarrassing. The amount of times that I've gone there, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a rain jacket. First, I start off with like, well, I'm going to get the REI rain jacket. I'm like, well, the Patagonia one with the high vent is only $200 more. And then next to that, I'm like, well, the Arc'teryx, it has the Beta AR, Gore-Tex. Well, if I'm spending that much, then I might as well opt for the Japanese Goldwind. And I'm like, and then I'm walking out of there with like an egregiously expensive jacket. And
Yeah,
then my girlfriend
have you
is
ever
like,
used? He's like, what are you doing? You're hiking Everest?
And my girlfriend's like, what the fuck are you doing? Go return that. And that's where I return it.
Okay.
And we're downstream, some other 23-year-old NYU
Are you
grad.
outdoorsy?
Am I outdoorsy?
Yeah.
In my mind.
In your mind, okay, you have visions.
Who's the guy who wrote Walden Pond?
Thoreau?
Damn.
Or Emerson? Or how about this? Emerson? Put in the right one. It was one of those two.
Yeah. I'm like Ralph Waldo Emerson. Was his
Or-
middle name Waldo?
No, his name's not Waldo. Edit this out.
I'm not going to edit it out. I'm taking a stand.
Walden Pond is a pond that he was at.
I know. I read it. I read
Clearly
it.
not. Who wrote it? Was it Thoreau or Emerson? I think it was Thoreau. Survey says... This is so embarrassing.
Henry
Chris.
David Thoreau.
Didn't he also wasn't it all bullshit that he his mom?
Yes, it was Ralph Waldo Emerson. He's a person.
What? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were making fun of me because his middle name wasn't Waldo.
No, but it wasn't Waldo Pond.
I said Walton, dude.
Oh, okay. That part of the podcast really, any credit we have was just burned with our audience. Any
This is going to be
aspirations of highbrow. I was right the first time though with Thoreau.
This is a theme for this episode because I said it with my chest. I don't like my Dyson vacuum. I thought Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote Walden Pond.
Ralph Walden.
There's a lot
Emerson.
more to come when it comes to our discussion on the Odyssey.
Yeah.
I'm done. You bring the highbrow. I'm doing.
You've committed.
I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
I don't know. That REI rant was
That was
impressive. Okay, no, that was like Will Ferrell in Old School.
But also, we have a little bit of Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
We were vindicated.
Oh,
with
yes.
Phoebe Gates.
Yes. Because by the way,
we talked about her startup, Phia.
Yes, we talked about it because it had a very
when they announced their
influencery-
Series A announcement, it looks like a music festival lineup.
Yes.
You clipped that up.
I clipped it. We mocked it for being very not serious, very very obviously trying to get marketing. The comments roasted us. They're like, "This is actually genius marketing."
Oh, two straight men tearing down a female founder.
Self-made female
What new? What's new?
We were right. It was she's a scam artist.
Yeah. Do you want to explain the scam for us, Dan?
Well, I don't fully get it because I don't give it. I think it was like a stupid plugin extension.
Yeah.
But basically, she was stealing commissions from other publications.
Yeah, there's like some
And getting the
scope creep
affiliate.
happening with the cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm never going to learn how cookies work. That's one thing. That's not my business at all.
And that's what comes with adulthood, you set
Yes.
set healthy boundaries, and
I'm
for you, cookies
Figuring out
is-
how cookies work. I already had to think, when I worked for a startup, I had to think about the Facebook pixel. That was already too much for me. Do you know about? I guess which is kind of a cookie. You know about the Facebook pixel?
No.
That's how Facebook Ads Manager tracks whether an ad that they showed you on Instagram or Facebook led to a purchase. You have a pixel, which is basically like a cookie that is installed on your website, and then that connects to Facebook. And so Facebook's like, oh, we showed Brian an ad, so the cookie fires. And then you send your information back to Facebook after the brand sends the information back to Facebook after you purchased a product. and they're like, oh, Brian saw this ad, and then 5 minutes later he purchased the product. We can connect this ad that we showed him to that purchase. And so that's how, like, a very rudimentary level, that's how Facebook is run.
Okay, I see.
But this was not that. This was, I guess, like...
Basically, their startup is like a extension to help you find deals. Essentially honey. They take commissions off of affiliate links, but then eventually what happened is that they were like embedding their cookie into affiliate links that didn't technically belong to them. And so they were just taking commissions off of things that they shouldn't have been attributed for.
One might say they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
I think it's literally like that. Yeah.
Know what this reminds you of? It reminds me of like when the mafia puts like a card skimmer on like a ATM or something.
Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Where they were like grabbing your cookies. So Phoebe Gates,
when stuff like this happens,
who could have seen it coming?
Yeah, but I'm changing. I'm starting to have like more respect for Nepo kids and like trust fund kids in New York who just don't do anything. I'm like, great, travel.
Have an amazing apartment. And you just say like, oh,
study classics. I love that for you. Like, as
you're
you
talking
should.
to a very specific person.
No, I'm not. I'm like, just do that. Amazing.
Yeah, don't. Why do you have the need to start an energy drink? Why does that come out of you? Just move on.
To change
Just
the world.
chill.
Make an impact.
Yeah.
Disrupt.
With a fucking CBD gummy.
You don't need to do that. Shout out to the Nepos. Shout out to the trust fund
all the
kids.
rich kids. Keep doing you.
Keep doing you.
Don't start a brand.
Yeah. I have a fun fact for you, Dan.
Okay, I love fun facts.
So I was reading the FT Weekend Edition, and ties are out in Japan.
Ties are out.
Official business ties.
Okay. Is that the further Americanization of things, or is it because it's too hot?
No, bro. So for the first time since 1948, the tie will no longer appear on the list of 589 goods used to calculate Japan's Consumer Price Index, which is a gauge of public spending behavior that is updated every 5 years to reflect underlying shifts of modern life.
Wow.
So the tie, out. Tights and stockings were also removed.
Okay.
So they updated the list.
And Japan is, we all do what Japan says fashion-wise. So if Aura Lee is not making a new tie,
yeah,
then
ties
it's
are
over
out.
for us.
So I'm going to let you take some guesses here. So ties, tights, stockings, they have been removed from Japan's Consumer Price Index.
By the way, maybe I knew this. I got some great vintage ties when I was in Japan at Whistler in Tokyo. Have you been there?
No, I haven't been.
Got some good Hermes ties.
Why do you have ties?
I don't know. I have them. They're really nice. I'm trying to get like Hassan Piker's game. Now
Okay.
he's dressing like Mao, and he has.
Yeah. Are you going to adopt a dog next? Get a little treadmill in the corner?
Get fucking yoked.
Hey, I love that for you.
Thank you.
Do you have some guesses?
As to what was removed?
No, these were removed.
Okay.
Because, no one's really wearing business ties to work anymore. Even the finance bros, like tieless, Patagonia vest. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Has that made it to Japan?
Yeah, that's made it to Japan. They're like...
they wear very pointy shoes.
Office attire has become more lax. Everyone just wears Uniqlo there. Mm-hmm. And Uniqlo, I don't even think
you still see a lot of people in suits. In Tokyo, I saw a lot, way more than in New York. You saw a lot of young men in very,
Are you
very tight...
mansplaining to the FT right now? Ties, tights, and stockings are out.
Okay, so what do you want me to guess?
So in their place, what do you think are 3 items that reflect shifts of modern life?
Labubus.
Okay.
This is in Japan specifically, or overall?
This is Japan.
Like AI fleshlights.
Okay. So Labubu AI flashlight. You have one more guess?
Dinner for one.
Dinner for one. Okay,
TV
close.
dinner for one.
Close guess. So in their place, pet insurance.
Okay.
Pineapples.
Okay. I was close with the fleshlight, maybe.
And the biggest one, protein powder.
That is... Are in Japan they're protein maxing too?
They're protein maxing in Japan too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So in 10 years...
I thought pets were not as big in Japan as they were here, but I guess that's changing.
No, it's changing.
Dog ownership is increasing.
So many pets, dude. So many pets. So this is updated every 5 years. If we look at what's going on right now, what do you think?
Ties out
20 years from now. Let's call it now.
Let's call it now.
Yeah.
We'll still be making this podcast.
We're gonna put our finance think tank brains on right now.
Okay. What in 20 years? Well, I just did 3, so you have to tell me. AI sex slave insurance.
AI sex dude.
Robot.
AI insurance.
AI, like if something goes wrong with your AI.
With your AI like agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
bleak.
it like doxes you or like
yeah.
tells your girlfriend she sucks by accident.
Or if you trip on it and you break a hip.
Yeah.
Yeah. AI home assistant insurance. That'll be one for sure.
And Fortnite insurance, because we're all gonna be living in Fortnite. Or not insurance, just Fortnite subscriptions.
Come on, we can do better. We got to put our James Dyson brain on.
Right.
Let's invent something,
I'm bad
Dan.
at this.
That's
why I'm not a good science fiction writer.
Let's invent something.
I'm too fucking, stuck in ideology of the present. I can't think outside of it.
I think telescopes are going to be big. Again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we'll be able to watch the colonization of Mars.
Yeah. Like
Live.
space tourism is going to boom.
Sure.
And then downstream of that, people are it's going to reinvigorate an interest in the cosmos.
Yeah.
And people
Elon
are
Musk will have 1,000 children.
And people are going to buy telescopes.
Sure, you heard it here first.
I said Ralph Waldo Emerson, but I'm calling telescopes.
You're calling telescopes.
I'm calling
Check
telescopes.
back in 20 years.
Yeah.
There'll be so many tiers of the Patreon by then. We'll still be doing this. We'll still be talking about no-show socks in 20 years.
Oh,
and the politics of that.
Yeah, so New York Magazine ran some piece on no-show ankle socks.
The sock wars. I feel like it was just a year ago that they ran. When's the last time they ran a piece that said that the Gen Z wears the high socks, the tube socks?
Who gives a fuck?
I know. I don't know.
No-show socks are always and will forever be lame.
Yes.
And if you have self-respect,
no one wants to
long
see
socks done.
The amount of, especially during the summer, the amount of guys you see in on sneakers with no-show socks, and your bare, sad little ankles look so naked.
I was really big into showing ankle.
You show ankle?
Yeah, I have so many.
So maybe you'll go back.
I have so many photos on my iPhone where.
Why do you have photos of your ankles on your iPhone?
No, when I was on the dating apps.
Who were you dating?
No, when I was on the dating apps, well, I'm just a fashion victim, Dan.
Yeah.
So when I was on the
maybe
dating
you
apps,
will make the transition.
I will not.
Okay.
I will not.
If I see you with the fucking no-show socks soon.
There was probably a good 2-year period where that was my first photo on my dating app. Me in some short Acne jeans showing full ankle. With some Vans old schools on the bottom.
I mean, that's back maybe. How do you feel about loafers? Do you do socks with loafers or no socks? Because this is a contentious.
Is it?
I think people really debate whether you can. What is the proper way to wear loafers?
I think you should always wear loafers with black socks.
Yeah, I don't like seeing men's feet overall. It's just not something I need more of in my life.
Feet don't bother me that much. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I might.
Men's feet? You like?
Or
So
just
you're
feet in
often
general.
around men's feet.
Who was I with
In the
recently?
saunas?
My friend expressed that they have very visceral disgust at the sight of feet.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of a foot fetish. Yeah.
Foot aversion.
They're feet phobic. Foot repulsion.
Foot phobic.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I'm neutral on feet, but just
Men's feet.
just
in
put it
general.
away.
You're not.
So
wearing
this
flip-flops
New York
this summer.
Magazine says that now the ankle socks are back.
What are we doing?
This is Gen Z pranking millennials, I think.
What's happening?
They just told us that we look stupid with our little ankle socks, and I've spent too long yelling at my male friends to throw away their ankle socks to now go back. I've committed.
Just commit all the way. When I wear shorts, I hate the look of shorts with long socks, so I will just go barefoot commando into all of my shoes.
Wait, why don't you wear the condom ones?
I cannot do that. That's the thing. If you are going condom sock, then just go sockless.
Yeah, true. You do look a little Boy Scouty if you wear shorts.
Embrace the discomfort.
With socks all the way up to the.
Get a little smelly.
I've worn as I got older. I wear less and less shorts in the summer.
I've been about that life. I am quoted in GQ magazine as being anti-shorts.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's okay. I mean, I'm glad you finally come around. Maybe I influenced you subconsciously, but you just don't want to admit it on the pod.
Maybe. What do you wear with those fucking massive baggy jorts that seem to have a chokehold on downtown New York?
What do you wear with those?
Yeah, what kind of socks do you wear? You know what I'm talking about?
I think they look good. Like if you're like an NYU kid and you're rocking, I'm like, great, you do you.
When does the short become pants? Because sometimes I see shorts that are like.
We're spending way too much time on this. When does short become pant?
When does short become pant? What is the line? Is it like porn, like you know when you see it? Or because sometimes I'm like, I don't know what this is.
It's like art. It's what your intention is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's what you can get away with, as Andy Warhol said.
Yeah, it's what your
shorts are what
is.
you can get away with.
100%.
Okay.
I mean, that is what most of fashion is. It's what is the intention behind.
I can't get away with anything. That's why I'm back to button downs and.
What is the intention behind the fit?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want it to be short, then it's short. If you want it to be pant, then it's pant. The other thing that's going to come back.
Would you wear shorts to a funeral?
Are you serious? Have you seen anyone do that?
I'm sure people do that.
Fuck no, Dan.
Dominicans?
I'm going to leave that in. I'm going to leave that in. I
just have seen they're a fan of the short.
I am going to call it though. Do you remember when Rafael Nadal first came on to the tennis tour? He was wearing these baggy
I was like
pirate capri pants. He was wearing the capri pant, Nike capri pants.
Okay.
Those are coming back.
Those are coming back.
Yeah. Like in 1 to 2 years, they're going to bring back capris.
Who has time for this? Who has the energy?
It's kind of a vibe.
To keep track of anything.
No, it's not keeping track, but I kind of want to rock capris. Just to further rub salt
Guys,
into
I'm looking for a new podcast partner.
I am going to order those on eBay. I'm going to roll up to our next
You need the
tennis
ones
match.
that have an elastic
Drawstring at the
drawstring at the end that you can tighten. Just wrapped around your hairless calf.
Should we get into the meat of this episode?
Yes.
Should we get into our...
This is what people are waiting for.
Are they waiting for this?
It's going to be weeks after anyone's talking about it.
So we went to see Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yes. You guys might have heard about it.
And
is the monoculture back? It feels like every once in a while we get like a little burst of the monoculture.
You bought tickets for this months ago.
I bought tickets months ago. I did fail our friends. Mostly I blame AMC because I was on the app on the day, had the seats selected, perfect timing for 70mm IMAX at the biggest one in America, 68th Street. But the app kept crashing and it did so for 24 hours. It kept breaking and crashing. And I was very tempted to Luigi, the AMC Stubbs CEO, or the AMC CEO. That's what I felt in my heart because he got in between me and Christopher Nolan in IMAX.
And I'm assuming you booked these tickets in a time where you were in between jobs. Because the fact that you said you wanted to Luigi Mangione, the AMC CEO.
Who knows what that means? I'm not saying that means anything.
Thank you for getting the tickets.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you read The Odyssey? Were you assigned it in high school?
I think I was. I don't think I was assigned in high school, but I did read it as a kid. I was like a big.
Were you into
Greek
mythology?
Kid, yeah. I listened to them all on tape, and I read the Iliad and the Odyssey, and all of those. And I had tapes that it was a cassette of Greek myths that was read by like Matthew Broderick and Sidney Poitier, and like I listened to the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
So I was a dork.
Yeah, I was
basically. Like, what about you?
Zero.
No, you have no classics.
No classics.
Foundation.
I was watching
Hercules.
I was watching
Heracles.
Nickelodeon while you were listening to tapes on.
Have you
Greek
seen the
mythology.
Disney film Hercules?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't remember it.
It's the foundation of Western civilization, Brian.
Well,
this is the text, the beginning of everything, the hero's journey.
This is so embarrassing. Whatever. I loosely know the story. You know, hero's journey. All of the different tales and trials that Odysseus went through, it wasn't until I saw the movie that it came together as one singular piece.
Yeah. Well,
Does that
everything
make
in it,
sense?
there's
Because I'm
so
kind of
many-
like, oh, I know about Cyclops. I know about sirens, and yeah,
Yeah, it's all from that. The phrase "a rock in a hard place,"
right.
that's from Scylla and Charybdis. Like I mean, it's like Shakespeare, where you're like reading Shakespeare and you're like, oh yeah, that's where that comes from. It is the ur text.
So the day of our
And you snatched up the Emily Wilson translation and you're like, yes, now I will delve into this. I will understand it before I see the film so I can have a nuanced take on Nolan's modern retelling.
Unfortunately, I wish I had listened to a podcast or did more reading on it, because going into our movie together, I went in with a pretty bad attitude. I barely wanted to see it. I was like, fuck.
You're too good. You're too good for the hype.
No, I kind of just assumed that it was going to be some Marvel. It's like going to be a Marvel movie for people who think they're too good for Marvel movies.
That's kind of what it is. I think that's accurate. It's a very accurate
So I went in
description.
with like a shit attitude.
Yeah. It had Peter Parker in it.
There was Tom Holland in it.
It had Zendaya. It had Batman in it.
It was
Catwoman was in
It was
it.
amazing. I loved it.
You loved it?
Dude, it was amazing. It was so cool.
I
You
like it less and less as we went on. I had a fun time while we were watching it.
Should we explain the
The Odyssey. I don't know if you guys have heard of this
Well,
obscure.
this is how
Well, I'm curious because you had never read it.
Bro,
So
I have so many gaps in my knowledge. Over the course of this podcast, I am becoming increasingly more aware of these gaps.
Yeah.
Because as I was watching, it was coming to me. I was like, oh,
That's where this is from.
everything has come from this.
Yeah.
Like, I legit had the thought of like,
You just like
I'm-
brain explodes every 2 minutes.
I am not exaggerating. When I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, Finding Nemo is like that. Is just this.
Yeah.
Like, father astray trying to make his way. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is Finding Nemo.
Alice in Wonderland.
This is this.
It's everything.
And then I listened to a
Oh,
podcast.
brother, where art thou?
I listened to a podcast after,
Wow.
and they open. I shit you not. They opened the podcast with, "We're going to talk about the Odyssey, foundational text of Western civilization," and I'm just on the train like, what the fuck did I learn in school? What the fuck?
What were you?
dude?
You were just playing tennis.
What was I
You were
doing?
stringing rackets. You didn't have time. You didn't have time for
I'm so
Calypso.
I'm so embarrassed, dude.
Yeah. Were you following the kind of like big cultural backlash? The Elon Musk of it all.
No, so
That,
can
like,
you
this-
clue me in? What is the right upset about?
You would think in a
I
normal
assumed
world
that maybe
the
because
big-
Helen of Troy they cast a black woman.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they were upset about that.
And they were upset about Elliot Page,
Okay.
having a trans person, and there's
Yeah.
like an Indian guy,
yeah.
Hamish Patel, and there's like an Asian guy, so they're mad about the diversity casting.
Yeah.
First of all, that stuff is like so small. Like Elliot Page is in this movie for like 1 minute.
Yeah.
Helen of Troy is in the movie for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You're not bothered by like John Bernthal doing like, oh, Menelaus, just doing his fucking bear character.
Can we just do a little
The accents in the movie are all over the place.
Can we just do a little sidebar on John Bernthal?
one
he is-
role?
As a figure in popular media, I just love him so much.
He's like Shia LaBeouf. He seems problematic, but there's some kind of
Well, because I know him as he is very committed to acting as a craft. He studied at the Chekhov Theater in Moscow, and I've listened to him on podcasts.
he went to like Friends Seminary, I think.
Yeah, I listened to him on podcasts where he's like recounted his training in Moscow, and he's like, we were doing exercise, like cardio exercises for 8 hours, and once you're at the point of exhaustion, that's when you could really act because you have no more physical barriers that are stopping your emotional expression.
Mm-hmm.
That is, you have to get to that point to finally be true. Yet any piece of media that I have seen him in, it's just, oh yeah, fuck it. Odysseus, your dad, he was the fucking man.
He was a beast, bro. Your daddy was a fucking genius. And he talks always has to talk like someone who, like
I love that.
Things fell off the
so
truck.
Sick. I love it. I love
in
it.
Bay Ridge, Yeah, someone fell off the back of the truck. He would have been great on The Sopranos. It's sad that he was not around.
If you are like a jock bro, and to your core, that's who you are.
Yeah.
Your odds of like carving out a successful career in the arts, statistically much higher.
Oh yeah.
Statistically much higher.
I feel like Adam Driver's kind of that a little bit.
It's great.
Because he was in the army.
They don't make him like that anymore.
No, you mean like a real person. And he has an interesting face. I think that's like a...
Too many cishet dudes like us, we're engaged in Jort's discourse.
Yes, exactly. We're not men.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're not. We're talking about vacuums. That's how we feel like. That's our manual labor is.
Yeah.
Vacuuming cat throw up from a jute rug. So you'd think, right, the right wing would actually be happy that in the year of our Lord 2026, with the postmodern neo-Marxists, like destroying culture and all these television shows and queer programming that's forced down people's throats. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That they'd be happy that one of the seminal texts of Western civilization.
Yeah.
Is the number one movie by far. Odyssey is selling out. You'd think this would actually be a cause for celebration. But no, sadly, because they have worms for brains and then they can't actually be happy, which is ironic. They're like the mirror image of what they accuse the left of, which is like, they were always saying like, oh, the left sees racism and white supremacy in every little thing and is accusing everybody of microaggressions. They're doing the exact same shit about that, but from the right, saying like, it's woke, it's communist, because they actually don't believe in art. They just want like polemics and they want propaganda, which is not fun at all. But there's the weird kind of irony that was going on where like, the movie itself, and this is actually what's been controversial for even people who study the classics and love it.
Yeah.
Like they've made it much more palatable to like modern sensibilities.
I see.
They made it much more Christian in terms of the values of like, turn the other cheek. Well, even Emily Wilson, who like who did the most recent translation, which people say, oh, this is the like woke feminist translation, whatever.
Okay.
Even she sort of criticized the film for like being a very fun contemporary action film, but she said it was like Jason Bourne has trauma. And the story, the real Odyssey, like Odysseus doesn't have, this is slight spoilers, but in the movie, Odysseus is like filled with regret and remorse about war. It's kind of like Saving Private Odysseus in a way, where he feels like war is hell and like him coming up with the Trojan horse idea was not morally correct and it was a trick and he feels pain that he like deceived the Trojans with this gift and that he, had to sacrifice his men and all. He's like haunted by, it's like Hurt Locker or something, which is a very modern interpretation. And in the actual time, like you didn't have, it was all about like glory, like the glory of the warrior, and that's why you did, battle. It was not like you didn't feel bad that you killed a lot of people. That was like, a valiant thing to do.
Yeah.
And so they changed the story of Odysseus, and they took out things that I think would have been very hard for a modern audience to like have liked Odysseus, where right after they left Troy, they like sack a city and like kill all the men and take the women as sex slaves.
Yeah.
And at the end, when they kill all the suitors, they don't just kill the suitors. They kill the concubines and the slave women.
Yeah.
Odysseus kills all of them too, even though they're kind of like forced to have sex with the suitors.
Right.
But he kills them for being like disloyal, which is not something you see in the movie because that makes that would like that would make him obviously unlikable or an anti-hero.
Right.
Which did you ever see The Northman, the Robert Eggers movie?
No, I didn't see that.
So that was like the story of, Beowulf and like and Hamlet. It was like, but through Norse mythology, and that I think was much more trying to put you in the alien mindset of a different like pre, Christian like moral ethical system, where like it's just like power over the weak and glory to the warrior. And so that was absent. I don't know. It's kind of confusing because you saw the right wing saying like, oh, they pussified it, they wokeified it, but actually they made it more Christian, which you would think like, oh, well then actually shouldn't the right wing be happy that they made Christian themes in it?
I wasn't familiar with the story when I saw it, so I took the film for what it was, and I really enjoyed it. It was an amazing visual spectacle, and the time flew by, and I was like, great, this is like a really, really fun, entertaining movie. And since then, I have been listening to podcasts and reading more about it, and like you pointed this out to me, where so Matt Damon is Odysseus in this movie. And like I didn't know that Odysseus was known for being very cunning and being like exceptionally smart.
That's his whole. He's even called like Cunning Odysseus. He came up with the Trojan horse,
and that wasn't clear to me from like Damon's interpretation of the character, and also I think it's a script issue as well. Like they don't see him making the Trojan horse or coming up with the idea. They don't see him like outwitting the Cyclops. Sort of, he just kind of does it, right? And so that I think is like a loss for the character to make him like a little wily, a little more rascally. But I feel like Nolan casted a few of these actors by taking the actors for what they represent in the culture.
Interesting.
So like. You pointed out how Travis Scott was casted as the Bard because that's sort of what he is in contemporary society.
Yeah.
And so Odysseus is supposed to be very charismatic and he can like lead people, but it's not through like strength. Like he uses his cunning. Who would you have rather cast in that?
That's a good question.
Like I thought like Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. Ethan Hawke is a little weirder.
He's not as like athletic, but Ethan Hawke has a little bit of that cerebral quality to him. I think Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
Maybe even cast Penelope instead of Anne Hathaway. It could just be like Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz.
And Javier Bardem.
Sure.
Oscar Isaac. I think Christian Bale is interesting, but he might be a little too... But here's where I'm like taking the actor's framework.
I thought Damon was really good, but he's a little too sweet.
But
in a way.
But the thing is like Damon is adored in the public sphere. I'm sure Nolan cast him with that in mind.
Yeah.
Where like,
you could have cast like Vincent Gallo, someone a little more controversial.
He's like, okay, Matt Damon, he played Brilliant Genius and Good Will Hunting, and he's charismatic and he's adored in the public light. This is Odysseus. But to your point, it wasn't clear to me in how he acted or the character interpretation. I was like, okay, there aren't any like particular choices in here that made it clear to me that he is exceptionally like brilliant and resourceful.
Yeah, and the character just like is very serious and intense, and he just like, I have to get home, I have to do this for my men. And I felt like that way with, again, I think it's a script issue, and I kind of always have a problem with Christopher Nolan scripts and the dialogue.
Should we Nolan this podcast? Should I just chop it up and then put this part in the first and then?
Yeah, and much like Nolan, people will be like, it's genius, it's amazing, he fucked with time. And actually you're like, oh, I think he just uses that almost as a structural visual crutch that masks some of the underlying issues I find.
Yeah.
With the fact that he's not interested in like psychology of characters. I find the psychology is like very, very simple. And there's a lot of exposition, and there's not really like conversations between people that aren't about the plot. Everything's like about the plot, and you don't learn about the characters through what they're saying to each other, behavior. He's just like not really interested in that. Some of the dialogue is just like, how many times can someone say Zeus's law? Like Zeus's law, he's violating Zeus's law. Did you know Zeus's law?
Well, no, I needed that.
They like
as someone who didn't read it, I needed that.
Like our age of bronze is over. It's like fucking hell.
I needed that. That was
our age of. That's a real line.
I know. I understand your criticism, but I needed that.
And
as someone who didn't read, I was like, why are they doing that?
Just everything is.
Oh, right. They don't want to scorn
like
Zeus.
The performances are so. He doesn't have a sense of humor at all. He's not. There's no fun, to Nolan. There's no sex. He's like the most bloodless for a movie that's like rated R and is supposedly about like horrible
that's your criticism
violence.
For everything. You're always like, there needed to be more sex.
Not even more sex, but like he's supposedly so traumatized by the sacking of Troy, which we see at the end. But the whole affair of is kind of bloodless. They don't show the soldiers doing horrific things that would make you understand why someone would have PTSD. He has he's with Calypso for 7 years. Like in the text, it's very clear they have a sexual relationship, and she's like Charlize Theron feels like she lives in Montecito and has like a CBD infused water brand. Like I don't know why she like drips off the beach. You don't see any like chemistry between them, and and this is the thing about the movie is that like it's edited so relentlessly and it's always shifting back and forth that there are no actual scenes. And Nolan did this in Oppenheimer where it feels like you're watching a 3-hour trailer.
Yeah.
And so you're just like, everything seems to somehow like it's 3 hours, but it feels very short because every scene is like, we're running onto an island. All of a sudden there are monsters. They attack us. A few men die. We get away. And it's like, run away, run away. And then they get off the island. And it's like, okay, we're going to repeat that 20 times. And you're never able to like live with these characters and their relationships and feel like time pass. And so that was like just my general, and I feel like honestly that's my issue with all of Nolan films where he's extremely technically gifted and the production value is amazing and you feel like you're in there and the life and the sound is great and it looks great. But it's like a kid playing like with action figures. I don't know.
That was just like my little critique. That's the only thing. You just summated the entire movie for the listeners. Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Oh, as Odysseus?
That could be good.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Elon Musk will not not that.
Elon Musk would have hated that, but I think he would have made a good Odysseus.
Yes.
But yeah.
He has a much more interesting face.
Yeah. Also, Robert Pattinson.
He was the only...
He is cementing himself as
they're all good actors. He's the
generational talent.
He's so good in this.
He's so good.
He's having fun. Everyone else feels so lugubrious, to use a dictionary word.
You're insane, dude.
Lugubrious.
I learned that in like an SAT prep.
That's what this movie is. Everyone's so self-serious and so like no one's having fun. No one's being playful. And that's why like fucking Ledger was so good in The Dark Knight, is because everyone's so straight. We have to do that. Gotham must suffer. And he's just like, throwing a wrench in that whole tone. Or like Gene Hackman in Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
He's like not bending to Wes Anderson's tone. And it gives a fun hitch to the movie that's actually exciting. And he's fun to watch. And his performance is kind of electric. And I felt like everyone else was so theater kid. And the dialogue is so like intense and literal, like I will do this. I'm waiting for Odysseus. Odysseus was a great man. It's just like if the dialogue is like that, you need someone to.
That's a great point. Like I'm suddenly thinking of like Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes,
like he adds a little like this playful mischievousness to a lot of his characters.
Think about him in
just like
Talented
elevates
Mr. Ripley.
Everything. Yeah,
he's in it for like 5 minutes, and he's just like, "How's the peeping, Tom?"
Yeah,
he's
great.
Yeah, he's bringing just a weird, offbeat energy.
Yeah,
that I feel it was missing overall from the movie. But I still had a good time because it's like he is so talented that you're like, the spectacle is great, and it's nice that movies are back. I was even thinking like the Odyssey is in so much of our culture that even like our TikToks are the Odyssey now. Like think about the end where it's like soldier returns home after decades and only his dog recognizes him. Like that's a TikTok I've seen 1 million times. Surprises his family and they're in tears. That's the ending of the Odyssey. Or it's like the rich suitor kicked the beggar man. and spat on him, but he did not realize that the beggar man was actually the king of Ithaca, and he paid dearly for this mistake. That's every fucking TikTok is that. Someone, and then he takes it off. It's like, why were you nice to me?
Wow,
I don't know.
You're onto something. Yeah. So, and then every like,
and then he gives him
every thoughty influencer is
like,
a siren.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all been done.
Thousands of years later.
Yeah. That's why if you're a true artist, you got to do like me. Just don't read any of the seminal works, because then you're going to start to doubt yourself.
You're joking, but Jean-Luc Godard made a version of King Lear, which, it's a movie. It's a Godard movie, late Godard. But he didn't ever read King Lear. He just like only heard, he just repeated, there's a phrase, nothing, where he's like, nothing will come from nothing. That's a phrase in King Lear. And he just like liked that phrase. And then he was like, I'm going to make a whole movie about this, not ever having read King Lear. So, even fucking highbrow, goated, avant-garde artist Jean-Luc Godard doesn't even read the source text.
Yeah, you just got to vibe it. That's the same thing with Chloe Zhao when she did Hamnet. Mm-hmm. She said that she like never fully understood Hamlet. And how like the actors on set had to kind of like explain it to her. Yeah. She's like, I only understood a third of Shakespeare.
He's like, the Lion King? It's the Lion King.
My only thing, I guess, like sitting with it and talking about it here is that, but I don't hold it against Christopher Nolan because the story is so. How do you pack it all in? You know,
it might be.
There were certain trials where I was like, this probably should have been stretched out into a trilogy.
Yeah, you wanted to like.
But I also like Christopher Nolan for just like, fuck that. We're just gonna we're gonna do one movie. Yeah, that's it.
It's just like every time they got to a new place, like the bad thing happened right away, and then they dealt with it, and then a few people died, and then they left right away, and it just felt so rushed. The best scene was the Cersei scene, where she turns the men into pigs.
Yeah.
And I think they did it with like practical effects, and she's like stretching their faces. Yeah. And that was also the one time where it felt like a Cronenberg movie, where it's like, oh, he's kind of getting weird. Like it's kind of body horror, and he's like loosening up and allowing himself to like get kind of perverted and gross in a way that he's usually so controlled. And like I wanted way more of that. Everything else was just like, it's not that it was AI, but it was like very PG.
I can't wait for you to write your movie, and then you're gonna get like 30 rounds of notes from studio executives, and they're like, Dan, you really gotta tone down the fucking in the scripts.
That's what David Fincher said, that he's a pervert, and like that's what movies are. It's like it's a voyeur like medium for watching.
David Fincher said that?
Yeah. And De Palma said that, and like
movies are for pervs?
Yeah. He said, I'm a pervert and I want to make you like feel my perversion.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I think the greatest filmmakers, it's like De Palma or Hitchcock or whatever, they kind of know that a little bit, and they allow you, they put you in that position.
I hope there weren't too many spoilers in that recap.
Could you spoil a 2,700-year-old story?
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
His eyes went wide. Nesta. She reached for the top of his pants, the bulge already pressing through. Please, she said again, and met his stare. From where she knelt between Cassian's legs, he towered over her. But the edge in his eyes softened almost imperceptibly before he nodded. He reached to help her with the button and stays, but she lightly laid a hand atop him. Her fingers were steady, sure, as she unfastened his pants, her head wholly clear. The muscles in his thighs shifted against her as she pulled him free and nearly gasped. His cock was enormous.
Thea, there has to be something else in that book that's not just...
Beautiful.
This is the most read book.
Absolutely enormous. Her mouth dried. Every plan she had requiring a sudden reassessment. There was no way he'd fit entirely into her mouth. Perhaps no way he'd even fit into her body.
Pick something. Pick something else, please. It's too much.
It was all Nesta needed to spur her toward climax. She moaned and he did it again, timing his tongue to the hard thrust of his cock. Again. The golden threads shimmered and sang. She couldn't take it, the music between their souls, the feel of his body on her and in her. And release blasted through her, obliterating every last bit of that inner wall, raising mountains and forests, wiping the world clean with light and pleasure. Stars crashing down from the heavens in a never-ending rain. Cassian roared as he came, and the sound was the summons of a hunt, a symphony, a single clear horn, playing as dawn broke over the world. There was only this moment, this thing shared between them, and it lasted an eternity. Time was of no consequence, time that always stood around him, around them. He spilled himself into her, longer than ever before, as if he'd been holding himself back all the times before now, as if he had let his own inner wall come crumbling down. Forever.
But yeah, that was fun, Dan.
That was great. Thanks for seeing the movie with me, Brian.
Thanks for getting the tickets. And thank you for
Subscribe
listening
to the Patreon.
to the podcast. And thank you all for listening.
2 years. It's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years of Middlebrow. Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah.
And anything else that we need to touch on before we wrap things up here?
We're gonna do some live shows in the fall in New York City. So
if you're around,
fucking get ready.
Get ready for those.
Plan your trip.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.